Hey viewers, good morning. Today we discuss about isoenzyme. What are isoenzymes? Isoenzymes are different molecular forms of the same enzyme that catalyzes the same reaction, but they differ in structure and their properties. These are important in the clinical diagnosis because of they catalyzes same reactions, but they have defined structures and they have defined molecular forms, but they are the same enzyme. That's why this catalyze same reactions. Okay, now these are the characteristics of isoenzyme. There are mainly 5 characteristics of isoenzyme. Like they are same, they catalyze the same catalytic reactions. They are defined in amino acid sequences, defined electrophoretic mobility. They have the tissue specific distributions, defined kinetic properties. Now here the classification based on structure and based on their genetics. Based on structure, they have classified into 2 groups: multimeric enzyme that have more than 2 polypeptide chains, example lactate dehydrogenase, and monomeric enzymes that have the only single polypeptide chains, enzyme creatine kinase isoforms. Okay, based on their genetics, genetic gene duplication variants, they have the gene duplication variants. Okay, now first one, lactate dehydrogenase. Lactate dehydrogenase acts to via the conversions of pyruvate to lactate in absence of oxygen. After glycolysis, the end product of glycolysis is pyruvate, but when the lacking of oxygen happens, that time this lactate dehydrogenase convert pyruvate into lactate. Now here 5 isoform of lactate dehydrogenase are present: lactate dehydrogenase 1, 2, 3 and 3, 4 and 5. They are composed of H type and M type. H type means found in the heart and M type means found in the muscles. Now LDH tissue distributions. LDH tissue distribution means in the tissues where we can found the lactate dehydrogenase. LDH1 found in the heart and red blood cells. LDH2 found in the reticuloendothelial system. LDH3 found in the lungs. LDH4 found in the kidney and placenta. LDH5 found in the liver and the skeletal muscle. What are the clinical significance? If LDH1 increases, it indicates the myocardial infections. Because of LDH1 mainly found in the heart and red blood cells. LDH5 found increases indicate the liver disease. Because of LDH5 found in the liver and skeletal muscles. LDH3 increasing level of LDH3 indicate the lungs disease. Because of LDH3 found in the lungs. LDH flip indicates myocardial infections. Now what is LDH flip? In normal conditions, LDH2 level is greater than the LDH1 level, but when flipping happens, LDH1 level increases than the LDH2. That time the myocardial infarctions may be happen because of increasing level of LDH1 indicate the myocardial infarctions. Now creatine kinase. This creatine kinase catalyze the conversions of creatine to phosphocreatine. They have 3 isoenzyme form: creatine kinase muscle MM, creatine kinase muscle brain MB, creatine kinase brain. Okay, now where we can found this creatine kinase? Creatine kinase MM found in the skeletal muscle, creatine kinase MB found in the heart, creatine kinase BB found in the brain. What are the clinical significance? Increasing level of creatine kinase MB indicate the myocardial infarctions. Increasing level of creatine kinase MM indicate the muscle injury. Increasing level of creatine kinase BB indicate the brain injury. Because of creatine kinase MB found in the muscle and brain, and mainly found in the creatine kinase MB found in the heart. That's why it indicate the myocardial infections. Creatine kinase MM mainly found in the skeletal muscles. That increasing level of creatine kinase MM indicate the muscle injury, and increasing level of creatine kinase BB that mainly found in the brain, it indicate the brain injury. Now alkaline phosphatase, that also expressed via ALP. It hydrolyzes the phosphate esters. The isoform of the alkaline phosphatase found mainly in the liver, bone, placenta and intestine mainly. ALP tissue distribution. Liver ALP found in the hepatobiliary system. Bone ALP found in the osteoblast activity. Placental ALP found in the pregnancy conditions. Intestinal ALP found in the GI tract. Clinical significance: increasing level of the liver ALP that indicate obstructive jaundice. Increasing level of the bone ALP indicate ricket, osteomalacia. Increasing level of the placenta ALP indicate pregnancy. Now, acid phosphatase also expressed via ACP. Hydrolyzes phosphate ester in acidic pH. Prostatic, and these are two forms mainly, prostatic form and non-prostatic form, that indicate the prostatic cancer. Okay, when the prostatic ACP level increases, it indicates the prostate cancer. Before prostate specific antigen discovery, it was diagnosed, the prostate cancer diagnosed by the prostatic ACP test. But after prostatic specific antigen era, the prostatic ACP test get not used regularly actually. Okay, here amylase isoenzyme. Amylase isoenzyme have mainly two forms, P form and S form. P form indicate pancreatic amylase, S form indicates salivary amylase. These are used in the pancreatitis diagnosis. What are the clinical significance of amylase? Amylase, in case of acute pancreatitis, marked increase in the P-type amylase. Acute pancreatitis is a condition when the pancreatitis happens, but not in chronic form. When pancreatitis happens in this acute form, the P-type of amylase getting increases. And serum amylase rises within 6 to 12 hours, and within 24 to 30 hours it reaches to the peak level, and it returns to its normal within 3 to 5 days. But in case of chronic pancreatitis, mild or moderate elevations of the P-type amylase happens. Because of this time the pancreatic damage happens already. Okay, now salivary or S-type amylase, salivary gland disorder, it indicates increasing level of S-type of amylase, indicates salivary gland disorder. It seen in the mumps, that also known as the parotitis, salivary gland inflammations. Now on the other hand, macromylesemia, it is a here amylase binds with the immunoglobulin of our body. The large complex is getting formed. This large complex cannot be excreted through the urine and accumulated in our body. High serum amylase level happens. What are the features of this amylase of this disorder types? High serum amylase happens, normal urine amylase, but benign conditions, no treatment needed. Okay, renal failure, decreased excretions. This amylase also indicate the renal failure conditions. When we can understand the renal failure happens, decreased excretions, increase the serum amylase level. If serum amylase level increases, the excretions rate getting decreased. Diagnosis: differentiate pancreatic type or salivary type of amylase, helps avoid misdiagnosis, used along with lipase. Okay, now acid phosphatase. Acid phosphatase also expressed by the ACP. It have two isoenzyme, prostatic ACP and erythrocyte ACP, tissue distributed prostate and RBC. Clinical significance: if elevated, it indicate the prostate cancer, largely repressed by the PSA. PSA means prostate specific antigen. Okay. Now lipase. Lipase, it mainly found in the pancreas. The clinical significance of lipase is more specific than amylase, and if lipase level elevated, it indicates the acute pancreatitis. It remain elevated for longer times. In case of amylase, mainly found in the pancreas and salivary because of P type of amylase, S type of amylase. The clinical significance of amylase, it elevated in at the time of acute pancreatitis, mumps. Myoglobin mainly found in the cardiac and skeletal muscles. What are the clinical significance of myoglobin? First marker to rise the myocardial infarctions. If the myoglobin level increases, it indicates myocardial infarctions. Low specificity happens, Troponin have two isoforms, troponin I and troponin T. Tissue distributions mainly found in the cardiac muscles. Clinical significance more specific for marker for the myocardial infarctions. It rises within 3 to 4 hours. It remains elevated up to 7 to 10 days. Creatine phosphokinase or CPK or CK catalyzes the ATP generation. It have mainly three isoenzyme forms, CKMM, CKMB and CKBB. Gamma glutamyl transferase GGT. It is a microsomal enzyme. Tissue distributions of this GGT liver, kidney and pancreas. Clinical significance, it is the indicator of alcohol marker. It elevated in the liver disease because of alcohol affect the liver. That's why it elevated level of GGT indicate liver disease, biliary obstructions. It also confirm the hepatic origin of ALP. Aspartate aminotransferase AST, it also known as the SGOT, present in the cytosol and the mitochondria, mainly found in the liver, heart, skeletal muscles. What are the clinical significance? Elevated in the myocardial infarctions, liver disease. The ALT-AST ratio, it suggests the alcoholic liver disease. Okay. Now, alanine aminotransferase, it also expressed as the ALT. The other name of this ALT or alanine aminotransferase is SGPT. It is mainly found, actually it is a cytosolic enzyme. It catalyzes the transamination reactions. It mainly found in liver, kidney. In the liver it found in the highest level, and in kidney it found in the lowest level. Clinical significance, it's the marker for hepatocellular injury. It increased in hepatitis, liver cirrhosis, drug toxicity. Okay, what are the clinical significance of this ALT? It helps to identify organ damage, early diagnosis of disease, monitoring disease progressions and evaluating the treatment responses. Okay, thank you.